The narcissist silence is a tactic to emotionally and psychologically abuse you, to torture your mind, to strip you of your self-confidence, to get you to question and doubt and blame yourself, to get you to conform to their demands, to coercively control you, to get you to submit to how they want you to behave, for fear that if you don't, they're going to punish you by not talking to you, to get you to feel like, well, you've offended them, therefore you need to change your no into a yes to serve them because they've fallen silent on you, because you've hurt them, because we are all capable of having our feelings hurt and not knowing what to say and falling silent. Narcissistic people tend to think you're coming from the place they're coming from, and you tend to think they're coming from the place you're coming from, when they're not. They're coming from a place of manipulation and exploitation. They lack genuine, authentic communication. Narcissistic people deploy the silent treatment when they fear being in the wrong, when they fear being caught out on something, when they fear being open and honest with you, when they fear exposure, when they feel vulnerable, when they're not getting their own way, or when they're not getting the attention that they believe they are so rightly deserving of. They fall silent on you to punish you. And some will come along and use the disguise that my mother always taught me, if I didn't have anything nice to say, to not say anything at all, to sort of justify their rudeness and their lack of willingness to be open and vulnerable and communicate how they feel and communicate their needs effectively. They'd rather just exploit you to get their needs met by you. The silent treatment is done to shame you and blame you and manipulate you into living life on the narcissist terms. It conditions you to walk on eggshells around them, to become agreeable with them, to fawn to their behaviour for fear of that reaction where they just refuse to communicate with you. Now, a narcissistic person can do this when you're in the home with lots of people, with other family members, where they talk to everybody around you but they blank you. They can do this in a friendship group or a work setting where they talk to everybody around you but completely ignore you. If you speak, it's like you're not even there. And some will even stand there and say, oh, did you hear something? Did you hear someone? And the more you become emotionally reactive towards them, the more they're going to claim that you're the one that's having the bad day to those around you. They can fall silent on you where they just up and leave and ghost you and disappear on you. And because you care about them, you might then try to get in contact with them. And when you can't, you might get in contact with their friends and family to find out whether everything is okay, whether they are okay. To which a narcissist, this plays into their hands quite nicely, because they will tell all their friends and family how you are the one who is obsessed with them. Now, a narcissistic person, when they've lost control of you, if they haven't got a new source of supply lined up and they're not getting the information they want about you, they will go to your friends and family and accuse you of being something or doing something. Where when a narcissist falls silent on you, you might check in with their friends and family and say, hey, have you seen so-and-so? I'm concerned about so-and-so. If you see them, just let me know everything's okay. Whereas they will be messaging, the narcissist will be messaging your friends and family and saying, did you know they cheated on me? Did you know they this? Did you know they that? To get your friends and family to look poorly on you. So yes, we're all capable of doing these things. It's the motives, it's the intentions behind the behaviour. When it comes to a narcissist and their silence, the best way to respond to their silence is to respect it. The narcissist isn't going to appreciate that because they're expecting you to go chasing after them. However, as difficult it is, you have to respect their silence and leave them to it. Enjoy the peace. Do the things that you enjoy. Try not to let the narcissist know, because they're envious and they'll try to sabotage you and ruin those things for you. However, start doing the things that you enjoy to distract you from the fact that they are ignoring you, and allow them to ignore you. When it comes to those you care about, you can say, hey, I get that you're a little bit upset. Maybe not to a narcissist. Perhaps just say, hey, I get you don't want to talk right now. You know where I am if you need me. And then leave them to it. A narcissistic person could potentially double down on their behaviour because they're expecting you to chase them. So they might start smearing your name so that you speak to others or speak to the narcissist, trying to ask them to stop. The narcissist might claim to everyone that you are the one that's fallen silent on them because you're not chasing them. So people come to you and say, hey, why aren't you speaking to so-and-so? You're not being very kind. You're not being very fair. They might suddenly just flaunt a new supply. Narcissistic parents will drop you as their golden child when you're no longer supplying them and make the scapegoat child the golden child. They will drop the scapegoat child and focus on the golden child. So it's not just narcissistic partners that will flaunt a new supply in front of you. Narcissistic friends, narcissistic parents will do this also. Narcissistic bosses will bring a whole shiny new work colleague in and then put them in on more money than you, even though they're not as capable or as experienced as you are, to just have that dig at you. They can come along and act like nothing happened, nothing's wrong. This is when they want something from you, but they don't want to apologise. They don't want to talk about the situation. They just want to come along and act like nothing ever happened. They never fell silent on you. You must miss them. So they're doing it to benefit you, not themselves. When it comes to a narcissist and their silent treatment, recognise the game they are playing and no longer play. You cannot help them. You cannot help them see sense. You cannot change them. Narcissistic people only change to exploit and manipulate people and get their own way with people. Narcissistic people are very limited when it comes to authentic, genuine communication. They are abundant in manipulation and exploitation. So when it comes to a narcissist and their silence, respect their silence, walk away, leave them to it. Go and live your life while they go and live theirs. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a book out, which is 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People, which will also be linked into the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.